Okie dokie, I've got another video I thought I'd share with you guys. So the unicorn cake has been around for many years. It has dropped off a little bit in popularity, but I still get asked to do them quite a bit. Little girls still find them pretty magical, I think, and I actually feel like the person that invented this whole design with the unicorn cake should be given some sort of an award or something. It's just like stuck around for so long. So as you can see, using some gold paint, I painted my horn, and on my pink and white cake, I piped my mane, popped the gold horn and ears in, and then did some more piping. So I used quite a few different piping tips as well on there, and then I added in some fancy sprinkles, and there's a little close-up of how pretty it looked. And I just really love those colours together, the pink, purple and aqua. It's like my favourite combination. And there you go, a little bit of unicorn magic for you. Cute!
We're making chocolate fondants, but I've got a surprise for you. Lindt chocolate truffles in the centre. 2 eggs. Sugar. Whisk it until it's thick. 2 butter. Add chocolate. And melt it over a pan of simmering water. Pour the melted chocolate onto the eggs and whisk. Finally sift in your flour. Oh yeah. Grease the ramekin with soft butter and cocoa powder. Pipe the mixture in just halfway. Oh, and now it's time for the Lindt chocolate truffles. In we go with the truffle. Oh yeah. And now top it up so it's 3/4 full. In the oven, 12 minutes. When they come out of the oven, very quickly and carefully flip them onto a plate. I hope this works. Dust it with just a touch of icing sugar and get ready for the cut. Oh my goodness.
I don't understand what's been going on in the UK recently, but I think Little Moons has done some type of witchcraft on us because everyone is obsessed. So I tried to recreate their passion fruit mochi. So for the ice cream, I just mixed cream, condensed milk, vanilla, passion fruit and some food colouring together. Then I let that freeze overnight. Let me tell you a story. It was the 3rd of October 2020. I tried making mochi. It didn't work. It took me 4 months to try again because one thing about me is that I will give up. Not even gonna lie, I will. For the actual mochi, I mixed rice flour, sugar, water and some food colouring together. I heated this in the microwave, then mixed it again, and I did this a few times. This mochi has been sold out in most places, which is wild. So I think me making this video has single-handedly saved Tesco. You know what, never mind. All I'm trying to say is that if this video doesn't get at least 5 likes, I'm gonna be mad. These tasted pretty much the same. Could Little Moons do this? Yes, but could they look as good as me while I was doing it? I think not. But I'm done. Bye.
As we all know, it's February 14th tomorrow and I do not have a Valentine, so I'm going to be making myself a Valentine's Day cake. Here I'm making some simple syrup, which is just to make the cake moist, and it's 1 part boiling water and 1 part sugar. Now I'm making my buttercream frosting recipe, which I posted a few days ago, and dyeing it pink. Here I am carving off the top of the cake, and I'm using my Wilton carving knife, which is the best knife I've ever used for cakes. Now I'm using my simple syrup and squeezing it all over the cake. Next, all I did was print out a heart from Google, and I am putting my frosting on in between. Here I'm doing my crumb coat and then my final coat. It really helps in between coats to put it in the freezer. Then I just dyed the rest of my frosting a darker pink and doing a shell border around the bottom. And of course, edible glitter on top, which makes everything better.
Let's do some cooking. Let's do some cooking.
and by far the best Valentine's Day dessert.
Glossy and gorgeous.
So this is the dessert portion for our easy Valentine's dinner. Simmer down 1 cup of heavy cream. You want to bruise down some mint leaves to infuse the heavy cream. A little bit less than a 1/4 cup of sugar. And now we let everything get nice and lovey-dovey. Those tiny bubbles on the side, that's what we want. Fish out the mint. 4 ounces of high quality chocolate. The tiniest dash of cayenne pepper. A kiss of instant coffee if you're catching my drift. And the tiniest pinches of salt. Pour in your warm heavy cream and don't touch for about a minute. Start slowly mixing. It might look weird for a minute, but just keep stirring. Now you might wonder, is this really working? Now look how beautifully glossy that looks. Carefully ladle it into a ramekin. We're gonna drop them off in the fridge until they set. After about an hour and a half, we begin to get fancy. Just the lightest amount of salt, and then we have final product. And as always, now bismillah. You cannot tell me that you can't do this. This is literally dummy proof.
Okie dokie, so square and rectangle cakes. It's not something that you see a lot at parties, so I love doing them because they're just different. They also take a lot longer to decorate. There is so much back and forth scraping as opposed to a round cake that you can just spin on a turntable. This cake I had pretty much free reign, except I had to stick to a colour scheme. This one was blues, black and gold. So I started off with a base of pale blue. So once I was happy with my buttercream finish, I popped it in the chiller, and then once it was really firm, that's when I cut off the edging and it makes like a much sharper finish. And I wanted this cake to be a little bit arty, so I just sort of went for a real abstract-y kind of vibe. Some cakes are just cakes, and other cakes, I guess, are artworks. And I didn't have a plan for this one at all, I just kind of let it happen. And then I finished it off with a 21 cookie, some piping and a name cookie, and it ended up looking kind of cool.
Let's do some cooking.
The secret to a good French fry is to fry it twice. So we're gonna fry it once at a low temperature, and then we're gonna fry it again. So first we're gonna peel, but we're not gonna peel all of it. We're gonna peel it just like that, so we still have skin on either side. Now there are tools and machines. You just put the potato in and it punches out French fries. But in this house, I am the French fry machine. And then once you've got all your spuds cut, just put them into ice water. And then just let this hang out in the fridge for a couple hours. Now at this point, you can leave them in the freezer, portion them out, and you can pull them out whenever you want French fries. Crispy on the outside, nice and fluffy on the inside.
Let's do some cooking.